By using a pushing gas or a pressurized gas like the air, we can make this ball float. Hang on, let me grab another one. We can make this ball float. This is not the disappearing ball trick. This is the floating ball trick. Are you ready? This ball's... Stop it! Last one. I am not going to attach any strings or wires or magnets to this ball, but the ball's going to float in midair all by itself. It's going to be a magic trick. You know what that means? Time for the magic top of that. Time to realize I'm going to take away one of your senses. Now remember, you can look and you can listen, you can smell, you can taste, and you can feel, right? I'm going to take away one of those senses. You won't even know which one, and you're going to go, what? Let me get my box of tricks. Let me turn on some music and check this out. This is awesome. Tricks. This ball floats in the air. Here we go. It's a miracle! It's magical! It's amazing! Nobody knows how the ball is floating in the air! It's... What is that noise? Oh. It's a hair dryer. I bet you figured that out, didn't you? I tried to fool you by turning on the music really loud and blaring it so you couldn't hear that noise. I was trying to take away your sense of hearing and you wouldn't even know about it. Guess what? Magicians do that all the time. When there's a magician on stage and he brings out an elephant, he throws a big old sheet over the elephant and the elephant disappears. You go, oh, where did it go? If you could hear, and you can't because he's blasting rock and roll music, right? Yeah, the elephant disappears because of lots of noises. You don't hear the trap door clanking open, clank. You don't hear the elephant go, oh man, not again. Ah! You don't hear that, and if you did, you would know where the elephant went. Here's the deal. By using this hairdryer, though, and covering up the noise, that looks pretty cool. Looks really cool, right? But look at this. Whoa! I can go back and I can go forth, and that's pretty cool too. I can even do this. Whoa! 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 And that's kind of fun. But you know what? Since we have such a fun thing going on, why don't we ask some questions about it, try and figure out more of what's going on. Oh! Wait a minute. I just said, why don't we ask some questions? Take a look up here at my list of words. On the very tippy top, can you see that word? It says ask, and guess what? If you think scientists spend all day long doing science experiments, you're only half right. Most of the time, they're asking questions. And the question I could ask right now is this. What if I turn the hairdryer on an angle? If I turn the hairdryer on an angle, is the ball going to fall to the ground? Now, we know the ball stays here when the hairdryer is directly underneath, but what if it's over here? Will the ball fall to the ground? That's a question we just asked. The answer? I don't know. So how do you go from asking a question to answering a question all the way down there at the bottom? Well, it starts with making a guess, and this guess is called your hypothesis. That's a really big, freaky, weird word. Some people say it's a prediction, and that's pretty true too. Here's the deal. I'm going to guess or predict that if I turn the hairdryer on an angle, the ball is going to fall to the ground. Now, the only way to see if my guess is right or wrong is to do our science experiment. Are you ready? Watch. Here we go. I turn the hairdryer on an angle. You guys, the ball's floating in the air. I was wrong. I thought the ball was going to fall to the ground. Now, is it okay to be wrong? Yeah, I love being wrong. Can I tell you why? Because when I'm wrong, I get more information. Now I know something that doesn't work, right? So now that I know something, I can go back and ask a different question. How far can I turn the hairdryer before the ball falls to the ground? Can I go 1? I know that. 2, 3, 4, 5. How far can I go? Let's find out. We have to do our science experiment. Check it out. That's 1. That's 2. 3, 4, 5. Oh! Oh! I went all the way to 4. When I went to 4, the ball was still floating in the air. No, look, why? How is that possible? The air was under here holding the ball in the air, but now the air is over here and the ball's not falling to the ground. Man, this is confusing. Let me tell you why this works. Pretend you're a bodybuilder. Pretend you have really huge muscles, and pretend you're only about this big. Okay? You're with your friends and you're pushing that ball really hard on top. Now there's a bunch of kids from another school nearby. They're on top and they're bodybuilders too, and they're pushing the ball down. So what you got going on is this. You've got a tug of war happening in reverse, right? Now let's pretend a hurricane comes along and it blows those kids off the ball. Now they're over on the playground going, oh, what happened to us? They get blown away, right? You're the strong team. You're going to push that ball in the air and you're going to hold it there. That's exactly what's going on with this ping pong ball. It's true. The air pressure is like a bunch of bodybuilders pushing on the ball on all sides. The hurricane from the hairdryer blows away the air pressure above the ball. And guess what? You're the strong team. You are pushing that ball in the air. That's why I can turn the hairdryer all the way on an angle and the ball stays floating in the air. Now, hey, if you want to do the same science experiment at home, I've got some great news for you. You can do it, but you don't even need a hairdryer. All you need is one of these. It's a bendy straw. Ta-ta-da. Check it out, you guys. By blowing through the bendy straw, you do the same science experiment. Once you blow really hard and figure that out, try to turn your straw on an angle. If you turn it on an angle like this, will the ball fall to the ground? I don't know. Find out. Until you run out of breath, you can make that ball float really high in the sky. And that also is science. Pretty awesome. Pretty cool.